Good afternoon. We're going to go over the trades for the past week. The week was not very fun because it just chopped. It was just a very, very rough week. You have to let me know about the mic too. Let me know in Discord how the mic sounds. I had to put a little filter on it, so hopefully the mic sounds better, clearer, less poppy or whatever. So let me know about that. I did end up finishing the week like 14 wins, 7 losses, and most of my losses I had, almost all of them, got chopped to death. So very choppy week. Last week was very choppy, and it was not a fun week. So let's see. Okay, now if you can go to Twitter and you can see the timestamps on the alerts, or Discord, you can look in there too. So I started out with Monday with a 1 win, 1 loss, and I ended up holding Baidu overnight. But I had BA calls at 10:04 a.m., 185 calls at 1:15. Now, I don't usually take BA on Monday because it's very expensive. But BA took a huge dive, and I noticed the previous day the bottom was 172.35, and when it came down and retested that and started wicking, I ended up grabbing the calls off this dive. So I did get the 185 calls at 115 and 125, and because the last 2 weeks have been choppy, I've just been getting in and out. I'm not holding. I'm not waiting for big home runs because that's just not the way what the market's been giving you. The market's just been chopping you to death, having small moves, very tight ranges. So you got to take what it gives you and just call it a day. So that's what I did. Then I ended up taking Baidu, and if you look at Baidu, I had earnings on Thursday. Then Friday it chopped. So when it popped on Monday, which is right here, you can see back here, there's resistance in this 122 area, which was where I was watching. But it rejected off the RCT trend line right there. So when I saw it rejecting, that's when I grabbed it. And right after, it just quickly reversed. Now, I decided to hold it because it came up so far after having bad earnings that I figured it would drop the next day. And the next day, it just chopped. Look at this range. This range, it just went 30 cents. It's ridiculous. It just chopped from 11:30 till 4. That's just stupid. So that's the market it's been the last couple of weeks. Every time I get into play, it magically chops on me. And that's been the theme all week. So it's been terrible, the chop. So then I end up dumping it on Wednesday. I don't know, I wasn't happy with that one. Then the last one of that day on Monday was SPX. That was a loss. I grabbed the 3370 puts. Where is the 17th, right? Is this the 17th? No, right here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, this is Monday right here. You get this the gap up was bigger than what it did the range. The range was, SPX only traded in a 7-point range. That's just ridiculous, which I think is on SPY was even smaller. Let's see, what was SPY's range on Monday? Right here. It's Monday right there. So 337.52. Yeah, not even $1 range. That's just ridiculous. So, and what's been happening is they've been making all the moves after market and stuff like that, and pre-market. So look at this. Just the move right here, pre-market, was more than ridiculous. But anyways, I grabbed the 3370 puts at $1.15 at 11:39, which I believe is right here. Now it came up here, rejected, dropped, rejected, and it came up here a third time and rejected. Had this really harsh red candle, and it just, I think it was green just a little bit, if I remember correctly, but it just chopped it to death right here. And because when it came down here, I think it was green for just a split second, and then it came up here and it just chopped it to death. So I was expecting it to make it break this low right here and come down at least to this, but it didn't even do that. So then just chopped it to death. So another play just got chopped out. It wouldn't matter if you were in calls or puts. This range is just ridiculous to trade. So yeah, that was Monday. There's the start of the week, and I did not like the start of the week just being chopped to death. So, and plus I think Tuesday TD Ameritrade was having trouble, and that was even just as frustrating. So but as I said on Twitter, that there is no perfect broker, so you can get rid of TD Ameritrade and go somewhere else, E-Trade, Charles Schwab's, Webull, Robinhood, whatever. It doesn't matter. Every platform is going to have issues here and there. Some are going to have more than others, like Robinhood is probably the worst. And Robinhood is the worst as far as my trading style and what I do, because you can't play lottos and you can't play expiration days. So dump Robinhood because it sucks. Now, okay, now Tuesday we got SPY and we got BA. BA was the first play. I got BA puts. Okay, this was the 17th. Now I always look at the day ahead, so I grabbed BA puts right at the at open. I grabbed the 162.50 puts at 69 cents. So I remember saying that if it gets below this 171, I was grabbing it, and I got a quick little thing, and like I said, in and out, 69 cents to 87 cents. So I got in and out of that. So then I had SPY puts on Tuesday. I had the 337 puts at 63 cents, and I grabbed them at 957, which was right. Let me just blow this up just a little bit more. 957. I grabbed it right here. Now, the reason I didn't grab it up here was because I was expecting the market to go out of all-time highs, and it didn't. So I waited for a little bit of a rejection, and when it went through the moving averages is when I grabbed it. So they went from 63 cents to $1.59, over 100% just in this move. So I was very cautious about this. Plus, like I said, the day before was very choppy, so I wasn't too confident in this. I wanted to see if it actually do it and break through, and it did, and it actually had a move. Then it came back up here and reach and chop. Now, I don't remember what this move was, the big drop. I don't remember. There was news behind this move. So the next one was ROKU. Played SPY a couple of times that day. Okay, now next one was ROKU. I'll pull up ROKU. Now I grabbed ROKU puts at, let me get the right day up here. Back it up just a little bit. Okay. Now Roku's been trading in a range too, so Roku's been frustrating too. It's been trading in like a 152 to a 144 area. It's just been channeling, and I've been watching it on the hourly all week. So I grabbed the 143 puts at 99 cents at 11.34, which was a rate about 11.34. Let's put it right in here. Yeah, right on the chop. The 11.34. Right here, I think. I grabbed it right in here, and this ended up being a loser of the day. And it just reversed because it was chopping right here at the VWAP. So when it started to break down right in through here, it quickly reversed. So I think I ended up grabbing it. Where is 11.34? So I grabbed it right here in this candle right here. Because I rejected it, came back down, and it looked like because it broke below this previous green candle that it was going to actually dump. But it popped up, dropped, and it just chopped the rest of the day and just killed the play. So that was another one, a victim of chop, and it went against me. So then I had, let's see, 338 puts on SPY at 2. So 2 o'clock was right here on this little drop. It did have a bearish engulfing candle right here, so it did definitely look like it was going to drop. So that's when I grabbed it. But then it came back up and dropped again, and I ended up getting out. So it was 75 cents to a 80 cents. So that was like 5 cents. I was just happy to eat out green. This whole week has been nothing but, I mean, choppy. I mean, besides this move, this was the only probably big move we had most of the week. I think there was like only a couple other ones that actually moved. Then I grabbed 338 puts again at 75 cents at, let's see, at 329. So it must have been right here. Yeah, right 329, right in here. Waited for it to get below all this chopping area again and below the 20 EMA, and I got that little drop. So it did another 75 to 82 cents. You just gotta take what it can give you, take what it gives you. Then I had SHAK. I had SHAK at 50. Let's see, 56 calls at 56 cents. Now I had SHAK on. That was what, the 18th right here. But there's one thing I want to show you though. The 18th, which was right here. No, right here. Now, the reason I liked SHAK because it's been like right in this area, going up to 55. I mean, it broke 50, it got to 55, rejected, came close, it got rejected, but it was having an ascending wedge. You can see it right here. It's flat and it's rising, so I figured it was going to break. And SHAK's been like kind of beaten down, so I really liked it. Let's see what the daily is. I mean, on the daily, it even was breaking out. Wow, it went to 58. Wow, the calls did really good on Friday. But yeah, I saw that, and I saw that it was going to break out, and I ended up grabbing it on Wednesday. So it did pop up overnight on Wednesday morning. So that was a good sell. So Wednesday we had, let's see. Wednesday I had a lot of trades on Wednesday. Okay, now we'll start with SPX and BA again. Now I know I trade the same tickers a lot, and I do that for a reason, because I'm familiar with them. It's better to focus on 4 or 5 tickers and get to know how they move, and that will help you substantially. So yeah, it's better than going and chasing a bunch of tickers you don't know than getting clobbered by them. So SPX the 19th, which is right there. Okay, now I grabbed SPX now those SHAK calls ended up going 100% on the next day, so I was pleased with to start the day on Wednesday with my SHAK calls up 100%. So I'm very pleased with that. Now I grabbed the 33.65 puts on SPX at 941, which was right here when it broke down. Because you can see the previous day it rejected this area, this 33.95, and I waited for it to get below here. And those, I mean, I didn't, like I said, get in and out. They went from $1 to $1.20, and I just, when it came down, it started to perk back up, bounce off this 37 EMA, and I get out. You gotta watch the EMAs. That, I mean, it loves testing these EMAs and getting out. So and the RCT trend line and VWAP. Now you can't see VWAP on SPX. You have to use SPY to see the VWAP, see where it is. So yeah, then I ended up grabbing next was the BA puts at 80 cents, 167.50 at 10 o'clock. Now this must have been right here. Now BA, same area, rejected this area on Tuesday. So in the RCT trend lines right there, it rejected it. I mean, look how perfect it rejects it. And I grabbed the 167.50 puts at 80 cents. And they ended up going from 80 cents to $1.50 right here. So this was actually a good solid move, unlike most of the rest of the week. It just chops. The next one was, I have to look on, let's see, oh yeah, it was Roku. Now Roku, I had 142 puts. This was another bad one that I did. Let's see, Roku. Because you can look in Roku, look at this, 152 to 146. This is the range. It's gonna break out of this range. Yeah, you get an inverted head and shoulders right here, but it's not, it doesn't want to get out of this range. And, you know, it's just I still think it's gonna drop. So we'll have to watch Roku next week. But anyway, it's getting off topic. Roku, which was the 19th, right here, Wednesday. I grabbed it at 10:39, so I probably grabbed it right here. 10:39. Oh yeah, I got the double bottom. Yeah, when it dropped, it came up, rejected VWAP. I grabbed it right here, thinking it was gonna sell off, finally sell off and break that channel, but it didn't. Quickly reversed, and I should have stopped out, and I didn't. I just held it, and finally I ended up dumping it down the road. Just to stayed in this range, didn't want to drop. Roku just usually is a strong mover and doesn't channel. I mean, you look at Roku's daily. Roku does not like to sit in a little range and channel. It just likes to make big moves. I mean, look at here, it channeled and dumped. So I was expecting this kind of a move because look, it's pretty much the same thing. Popped, channeled, and I was expecting it to drop right here, which was right at that day. But anyways, it is what it is, and that play didn't work out. So the next one I had was SPX at, oops, get out of here. SPX. I had 33.75 puts at $1.05 on the 19th. Now, at 11 o'clock. Where's the 19th? Right there. 11 o'clock, right here, I believe, off this double top. Yep, that's exactly where I grabbed it, right there. And it did nothing. It popped up. And being Wednesday is expiration day. You can't hold it. I mean, I probably could have held it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember this day. There was news on this, too. I didn't hold it. And like I said, because the Monday was choppy and the week's been choppy and toss having issues, that I didn't want to hold it. I just dumped it. And usually a lot of plays, I usually hold to the end and just say whatever, but I stopped myself out, and that's not like me to do that. I just, the way the week's been going, I just said to screw it. I took my loss, and that play ended up working. I think that play ended up going up like 200 or 300% on this dump. But like I said, hindsight's 20/20. You don't know what's going to happen. So I dumped it when it started chopping, and I just waited for a better play. So that was my loss. Then I grabbed 33.85 puts at 12.42, which was right there. When it popped up, I saw that it was a fake breakout, and I grabbed it, and I grabbed the 33.85 puts at $1, and it went to $1.30. Took my 30 cents to get out. Then it came back up. And it came back up here again, and it started to reject. I grabbed the, as you can see, I started out with 33.75. Then when it came back over here, I went to 33.85. Now, when I grabbed the 33.75, they were $1.05 right here. Then I grabbed the 33.85s, which were $1. So just a few candles, I had to go up 2 strikes. Just to get, and it was still cheaper than the 33.75. Just in this little area, the theta just kills it that much on expiration day. So then I ended up grabbing the 33.95. I even got a closer to at the money strike at 206, which was right here. When it finally broke down through the moving averages, I was like, okay, grabbed it, and this one went from $1 to $9.60 on this drop. So that ended up being an 800% play. So that was a good play, but there was news on that. I don't remember what the news was. Yeah, I don't remember the news. So as you can tell, this week was very stressful with the chop, so it did a number on me. Now Thursday was Netflix and BA. Well, Netflix was a good play, and BA. Now Netflix, I got it right at open. Now the reason I grabbed Netflix is that it came back down here on the Wednesday. It popped, then it came back down and retested. Then as it stayed here pre-market and it dropped down so much, if it reversed, it was going to be a good reversal right here. So and Netflix, just no matter how bad the earnings is or how bad the news is, you can't keep Netflix down. And so I ended up grabbing the calls, 500 calls at 76 cents, right at the opening bell at 9:33. I said as soon as it broke pre-market right here over the 200 EMA, I was going to grab them. I even told everybody in the room before I even did it. So these 76 calls, these 500 calls went 76 cents to 3.35. So that was a good play. Now I grabbed Netflix 480 puts at 9.52. Now I grabbed it right 9.52. I think it was right in here. Now this was a dumb move because I was expecting, let's see, I grabbed it right here because it rejected this area before, and it just bursted. It just blew through it. So I grabbed 480 puts at $1.01 right there, and it just took off, and I ended up taking a loss on that. I wasn't too happy about that, and but I mean, I was expecting it to reject this area like it did the day before, but it just didn't. It was stronger, and just didn't dump like I thought it would. So the next one was BA. I had BA 167 puts at 76 cents at 12.59 right here. Let's see, 12.59. Yeah, right in here, right there, when it rejected the 200 EMA twice, right there. That purple line's the 200 EMA, rejected it once, then it wicked off it again, and I grabbed it right there, and it went from 76 cents to $1.07, just in that little move right there. So then it, like I said, it's been chopping, and it chopped into the rest of the day. So I'm glad I got out when I did. You just got to take what you can get, or the market's going to crush you. And then I grabbed the last one on Thursday was SPX. Now, I don't usually grab SPX on non-expiration days, but SPX for a non-expiration day was very cheap, and I was very surprised. I actually looked, and I couldn't believe it. So I grabbed it at 3.15, which I believe was right here. Yeah, right there. And I got this quick little drop from $1.50 to $2. Let's see. As you can see, it had trouble in this area. Right through here. It's a pivot right in here, so right in this 33.88 or 33.90. So when it started to come back down right there, because it was like it broke out of this little area that it made a big green candle. Then when it came back, when it quickly rejected it, is when I ended up grabbing it. So yeah, so that ended up going from $1.50 to $2 on that day. Now Friday was very annoying. I did finish one win, 3 losses, but the 3 losses weren't even losses. I mean, it just didn't go 100%. Part of my little challenge, and I usually nail 100% all the time. And since I started this 100% challenge, I haven't been getting them because the market's been chopping, and I've been waiting for Fridays, because Fridays you have a chance to make bigger moves. I have more tickers to choose from, and those weren't even working. So Friday I grabbed Netflix puts right at open What was the next one after BA? Okay. Okay, now I grabbed Netflix at open because, like I said before, I grabbed the puts right in here, and I was expecting it to drop, and it didn't. So when it finished near higher day on Thursday, and I was watching it pre-market, and if it got underneath this 496, I was grabbing puts immediately, and I did. I grabbed the 490 puts right at open at 76 cents, and they went to 236 in this drop. So, and it being expiration day, it was a nice quick little dump. So then it just chopped. I mean, look at this. I mean, it chopped in a descending triangle all day, and I kept looking at that thinking, oh, I want to grab this, I want to grab this. But last Friday it did the same thing. Let's see if I bring it out a little more. See, this is Friday, and I think, yeah, this is last Friday right here. Yeah, right there. I mean, it looks identical. Look how identical that is. Yeah, it was very annoying to watch. So, but I wanted to grab it, but I didn't. But the next one was BA puts. Now I grabbed BA puts at 167.50 puts at 95 cents at 944, which was rate. Was it 944? Yeah, 944. So I ended up grabbing it right here, probably, yeah, through this push down to make new lows, and it quickly came back out, rejected 200 EMA, and it chopped and chopped. Now I stayed in it because it was end of the day lot. It was Friday lotto, and it was at the money. And I mean, obviously, it's trading at dollars at 168. I had 167.50 puts, so it wouldn't take much to get them in the money. And they came into the money, but because Theta wrecked it all day long, it never turned green. And another annoying play, chopped to death on Friday. Friday was the worst to be chopped on because Theta is higher and time is against you. And yeah, usually BA makes big radical moves, and of course on a Friday it didn't make a move. It just stayed. It stayed in a dollar range, $1.50 range. I mean, that BA does not stay in a $1.50 range, but it did on Friday. So it is what it is. Then my challenge ones, Roku. I grabbed Roku. Let's see. I grabbed Roku puts at 938, right near the open, right here, right when it broke down. I grabbed 147 puts, and I got the play was good, and it didn't hit the 100% because I got them at 53 cents. I had a sell order at $1.10, and it never failed. I went to the highest there, it was 94 cents, and it just chopped it to death right here. Then it reversed, then it finally dropped, and it went in the money, and still never got to 100%. So play was good, but the 100% wasn't. The last one was SPX. Same thing. I grabbed the SPX at the end of day Friday. I grabbed a 302. I grabbed the 33.90 puts at 85 cents. So that right here, when it started to reject, I grabbed it. The 390. I mean, look at it. It's at 399.96. I mean, all I need. I mean, how often does SPY SPX not move 100%? So if it made these two candles right here. If this candle was the next candle, I would have gone 100%, but it went from 85 cents to $1.20, and it did not hit my 100%. So therefore, even though there was a winner, it was a loser because it didn't go 100%. So yeah, this little chop killed the play, and it never won 100%. But like I said, if this candle was right there, I would have made the 100%. But it is what it is. Just another play that got destroyed by chop. So hopefully next week will be better. It won't be as choppy. I mean, we've gone 2 weeks of chop. I cannot handle a third week of chop. Hopefully the volatility comes back, because this is very annoying to trade. So that's going to do it for the weekly recap. I hope this has helped, and hopefully next week will be better. Thanks for watching.